What's up, everybody? It's Jake the Barber, and I'm here with my boy Vinny, aka Trigger Fades. Today we're just going to do a skin fade, and we're going to shape this beard up. We're going to add some texture to the top, and we're going to use some of my favorite Beardbrand products for like a nice textured finish. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to knock down some of this weight here. This is a 1.5 wall guard. And when I do this, I like to dip it down in the back just a little bit to create some shape. So now I'm going to take off the 1.5, have my clipper all the way closed. I'm going to follow that same shape that I put in with the 1.5. So I put the 1.5 in here, the 0 here, so it's parallel. Dipping it down just a little bit in the back. And make sure you adjust the head as needed. Now I'm going to take my detailer and I'm going to knock all of this off. I'm going to start here. And I'm coming up, but not quite into this line, but close. Now I'm just going to get my foil shaver. I'm going to get all this stubble and I'm going to turn it into skin. Now when I'm doing this, I just want to make sure I'm not going into where I went with the detailer and definitely not with the 0. So the fade's starting here. So it goes 0, detailer, shaver. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so now I'm just going to get the half guard and I'm going to go about 1 inch up into where I went with the 1.5. So about here. I'm going to take it and I'm going to follow exactly the same pattern that I put in with the 0, with the 1.5, with the shaver, with the detailer. Everything is going to follow each other. It's all going to be the same shape. I'm just going to dip it down a little bit in the back. So now I'm going to lose the half guard. I'm going to open my clipper all the way up and I'm going to go right below that. Now I'm just going to etch this line out. And as I go down, I'm just gradually closing my clipper until I get to the very bottom. I'm just very lightly doing this. So now I'm going to take my 1 guard and I'm going to open it almost all the way up. And I'm going to go right below where I went with the 1.5. So I'm just going to do the same technique as I did with the half to no guard, clipper all the way open. Now just with the 1 all the way open, and I'm going to gradually close it as I drop down. I'm just going to do the same exact thing as I did on that side on this side. Alright, so now I'm going to eliminate this hard line right here. So what I'm going to do is get my clipper, I'm going to close it all the way, and I'm going to do the same exact thing that I did with the fade, but I'm just going to reverse it. So I want to get it, cut into it just a little bit, use my corners, I'm going to open it gradually. And I'm really just using my corners for this area. I'm going to do the same exact thing to the other side. So now I'm just going to hit the edges of the beard with this hairspray. I'm going to let it dry as I'm doing other steps to save time. Now I'm going to start shaping up the beard. Remember, I sprayed this hairline with the hairspray, and then I did my taper on the beard. So now I'm just going to shape this up and give it a clean finish. So now I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to start at the bottom and line up these two. So I want this to match this. So when I do this other side, I always want to start higher and stop and then check, because if I go too low, then I have to adjust this side. So what I'm going to do is start high. Sometimes I get it on the first try. Sometimes I got to adjust everything. Alright, that looks good. Now I'm just going to cut the top with the shears, and then I'm going to blow dry it and style it with some Beardbrand product, and we'll be all wrapped up. So I'm just going to wet the top. I don't like to soak the top too much, just like a nice mist. So I'm going to get my shears. I'm just going to run through the top. Now the front's really long. I'm going to take the front down just a bit so it's not poking straight out, because Vinny has really straight hair. So I don't want it to look very straightforward. Take some length down. Alright, so now that I got the length on order, I'm just going to go in, point cut in certain areas, just to give it a nice textured finish. Now I'm just going to blend the sides to the top with shear over comb. I'm just gonna go, very lightly. I don't want to take any chunks out of the head. So now I'm just gonna finish it off with some Temple Smoke styling balm before I blow dry. I like to put this stuff in before I blow dry. It's a great product. I like to get a nice amount, and before I finish it off with the blow dry, I'm going to evenly distribute this on my hands. I'm going to apply it, because remember, I texturized the top really nicely with the shears, so I'm going to apply it evenly throughout the hair, and then I'll mist on some Beardbrand sea salt spray, covering the face so I don't get it in the eyes. Remember, it is salt. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow dry, and this is, since it's a short textured style and I put these products in here, I'm just going to use my hand. So now that I dried the hair, all the cut hair is out of his head, the product's dry. It's still very flexible. Okay, so I'm going to put this diffuser on, and this is going to be our final touch. There it is.
You've been missing your grooming tips? Well, you can now get them over at Beardbrand Alliance. This channel is just for barbershops, and the new channel is about looking your best.